Good morning. This is Sifu Slim coming to you live from the outdoors. So I gotten a couple of comments from people over the years saying, hey, you're in Santa Barbara, you can work out there all year round outside. Well, it's 40 degrees outside, it's not 20 below, but if it were 20 below, I would probably be working out. If there was no wind chill, I'd be working out outside for part of my workout. I'd be doing some stuff indoors, some stuff outdoors. Because the outdoors is where we're supposed to be. Millions of years people have lived outdoors. There weren't enough caves to go around. So, maybe they had teepees at some point, huts at some point, but in the Nordic cultures, people were living most of the day, significant parts of the day, outdoors. Hunting, trapping, gathering water, gathering wood. These are the things they did, and that was outdoors. So why wouldn't somebody want to come out and take a look at this in the morning? This is what I do. I'm outside every morning. It's part of the psychological release. Now, if you don't need psychological release, I don't think that you're a normal person. We all need psychological release. We all need connection to Mother Nature. We got to see people. There are people cruising around on their bikes. People out here walking, taking pictures. There's seagulls out here. So isn't it beautiful? Come out and check out Mother Nature. If you lived in Chicago, what would I do if I lived in Chicago? I'd be out at a park. I would take a subway or a bus to a park if it wasn't nearby. That's how I roll, or I'd run there. I lived in Paris for a number of years, lived in San Francisco. Paris was a lot colder, but San Francisco is not known as a warm place. Lived in downtown Sacramento, lived in Granada, Spain, lived in the Malaga area of Spain, lived in southern France, lived in New Jersey. I think the coldest, I lived in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, at 7,400 feet. That was cold, even in September. It got cold. The year I left Steamboat, they had a 6-month winter where there were, I think, 3 months where they didn't see the sun, but two or 3 days. It was basically overcast and snow and whiteout conditions and wind, and that's what it is in the high mountains and the Rocky Mountains. It is that way sometime. And people still live there and they flourish in it. I could do it for part-time, but maybe not 30 years. It'd be better if I were more fat, had more adipose and fat on my body to live in a place like Steamboat. I'm warm when I'm moving, but not when I'm sitting around. 172 pounds. I sometimes get up to 180, very rarely. Been up there twice in my life, and one was recently. But I'm right back down to 172. My body likes to hang out. If I'm doing a lot of fitness, maybe even 166, which is emaciated, but that's what my body does, and I have to go with it. Doesn't mean I'm not healthy, it just means I look unhealthy. Anyway, so out here in nature, at the beach, about to do a morning workout, and want to mention that people in gyms, if you're getting good benefits out of those gyms, I think that's fine. Better would be to get outdoors, see the color green, see nature, see the changing of the seasons, see the different day, see the sky, see people moving outdoors. Indoors is 1 or 2 notches down. If you're worried about safety, if you're worried about the weather, if it's not convenient for you to get outdoors, I understand, so keep doing what you're doing. But I walked by a rec center last night, and they were doing a dance, not necessarily Zumba, but a dance workout. And there was no room. They were bumping into each other. The room was so packed, which is good. It means it's popular. The fitness instructor, the time, the location, it was all popular. People were flocking to this. I looked at this and I'm thinking, why wouldn't you just take your car, bring your CD, go out in a parking lot after hours? There's plenty of parking lots where there's nobody hanging out. Get a couple of friends, put your headlights on yourselves, or no headlights, and just go out and dance with your CD. Have fun. Do you need a leader? I mean, if we're gonna live till you're 90 or 100 or 70, wherever you're gonna live, do you need an exercise leader 2 times a week, 8 times a week, whatever it's gonna be? Do you need an exercise leader to lead you through a program? I mean, what is the deal on that? You know how to make your meals, you know how to take care of your home, you know how to work your Microsoft Word. Why do you need an exercise leader each time that you work out? Makes no sense. Now, there is a thing called the power in numbers. You get invigorated, you get energized when there are other people around. I understand that. You feed off of that, so that's wonderful. But does each one of your workouts need to be in a group setting with an exercise leader? Ask yourself that, and try to figure out why. Coming of age, back in the hunter-gatherer days, they learned how to hunt and to gather. You know, they did some of that in groups, but some of that they did on their own. I mean, that was the idea. Teach this person when they're young. Sometime between the ages of 10 and 17, they're going to do coming of age, where they go out and they catch the wild boar, kill the wild boar, go out and gather things on their own. That's the whole idea, surviving. The male lion, the female lion, they kick the kids out at some time to go, you know, especially the males, they kick them out. You go off and do your own thing. You have to learn to do things on your own. So, there are a few lessons for you today. Sifu Slim, watching the sunrise over the Pacific here in January 2016. What a lovely morning. And here's somebody doing a morning run. That's good news. There they are, bright and early. So that's my suggestion to you. If you wait till the end of the day, if that's working for you 95% of the time, then you may be okay. But for most people I know, waiting to the end of the day works for them about 20% of the time. That means when they get off work at 4, at 7, at 9, whenever they get off of work in the evening, they are wired, tired, and not into going to a fitness center or running. It's dark. They don't want to go out and exercise late at night. They're tired and they're not into it. Their emotional energy, their physical energy, it's all down. So my suggestion is look at the numbers. If you're getting your workouts accomplished in the evening to a high degree, 95% of the time, you should be doing it 100% of the time, but I know things happen. So what I said to myself is every morning, go out and do it. By hook or by crook, that's what I do. I'm not always in a good mood every morning, but most of the time. I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years now. In my 20s, I started, the daily morning workouts. Did some of that beforehand, but normally it was after school that I did the workouts besides PE class. So here's more people getting their fitness on. So that's good news. People walking out here on the beach. What a gorgeous sunrise. So that's my suggestion for you. Get it in, get it out early. Blessings to you. Have a great day. This is Sifu Slim, author of Sedentary Nation. You can find out more information on that at sedentarynation.com. And also go to theagingathlete.com to find out about that project, Aging Athletes. Blessings to you. Have a great day.